So, I know what you're thinking, Zero. You're a big Gundam guy. What do you think of the new Gundam game, Gundam Orbit? Well, there's a few things. The cinematic graphics look great. I have no problem with those. And I like how it's Gundam versus aliens. Kinda what pretty much the same thing Gundam 8 is doing. So that leaves me to believe that maybe it's in the same universe. I hope so. I hope that it is. But the only thing here, I like the designs of the GMs, which are pretty much the first suits you see, and I like the look of them. They look nice, They do look like grunt units. They're not Gundams. They look darn good. But the Gundam itself is the thing that I'm a little bit iffy about because it doesn't look like a normal Gundam. It doesn't really the V fin doesn't really look like it should. The face kinda looks like the Gundams. It kinda looks like the EC8 a lot. Even the chin looks different. The mouth guard is still the same, but there's just a few things that I wish were a little bit different on it. But again, from the looks of it, it looks like the Gundam might start out like this, and as you progress through the story, because that's something really major. Let's talk about that right now. This is a Gundam game that has an original story from the looks of it that doesn't follow any of the animes. Normally, Gundam games they do follow the anime itself, the story of the anime or the manga, but this one doesn't because this isn't the story of Gundam 8. Well, until now, until Bandai comes out with something else and they're like, oh yeah, it takes place in another place before Gundam 8 or during Gundam 8 or after Gundam 8. That would be interesting if it's like that. But the combat looks pretty solid. I mean, Gundam games normally do have kind of like a arcadey style combat game. Normally, what they do is they take Gundam versus whichever Gundam versus was relevant on the time, and they just put the story in it, you know. But it looks very interesting. It looks like you're gonna be fighting multiple enemies at once. Again, the aliens look good. I'm pretty sure we'll see more of them. And it's just like I said, the Gundam just doesn't feel like an actual Gundam. But I do like how the Gundam's name is Arc 10, which is a very interesting name. And there's a Haru, and of course the pilot itself. You can see that it's a male pilot, and he actually looks pretty cool with the female we saw earlier, in the trailer. And I like how it's coming for Xbox, PS5, and Steam. I'm surprised it's not coming for the Switch too, because normally Gundam games do tend to come out for Nintendo consoles. I'm guess they're waiting a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that will happen. But still, it's coming out for PC. So if I were to play, it will be on PC. Um, next year, supposedly. We'll see how that happens. But I'm just, a little bit not mad or anything like that. But I kind of wish the Gundam looked better. That is the only thing that I want for the Gundam to look better. Because thing is that, Gundam 8 already has Gundam Sirius, and that Gundam looks beautiful. It looks very similar to the design they're using here, and I wish they would, you know, take Subaru's story and take it into the game. But again, like I said, maybe the Gundam in this game you upgrade it, and maybe you can customize it and make it your own. I hope there's DLC that lets you play as your favorite Gundam. And when I mean lets you play, I mean like you freaking pick Wayne Zero and it's gonna play 100% like Wayne Zero. Pick Seda Gundam is gonna play 100% like Seda Gundam. You pick um Grandpa, it plays 100% like Grandpa, you know. Um, I hope you can do that, and hopefully that will be pretty awesome. But again, I hope also that it's linked to Gundam 8, that it's in the same universe, just in a different place, you know. It will be pretty awesome. I am reading the manga, by the way. The previous chapter came out a few days ago. I read it. It's interesting, but it's taking time to get back to the present. We're still stuck in the past. I hope to go to the present soon because it is exciting. I'm excited for the game because, well, it's got a Gundam game with an original story, and this looks like it's gonna be fun. But have to take it to with a grain of salt for right now. We have to wait. But yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, and I hope this spans other Gundam games. You know, I wouldn't mind if they continue the Rogue Orbit. They go Rogue Orbit too, and they just pick another timeline and add another character there. But it's gonna be very interesting what they're gonna. Um, hopefully the story is good, and hopefully the gameplay is good as well. I think even if it has a so-so story, as long as they have a good solid gameplay, I think it's gonna be pretty darn good. But yeah, those are my 2 cents. I think I rambled on a little bit for a little bit too much, but pretty much does it. So I'll see you guys next time.